Welcome to our Saturday update for St. Matthew Lutheran Church in White Lake, Wisconsin. I am Pastor Smith, and here is your news for the upcoming Sunday. Well, last week was our last online service Sunday, as we had received a wonderful gift. In fact, all the churches in our Synod had, as Concordia Publishing House and Concordia Technology Solutions were gracious and provided for all the churches in our Synod their online service called Lutheran Service Builder, which also gave us the rights to stream online services. And so we don't have that anymore, as it came to an end last week. And so we will be going back to the way that we were doing things before, posting just the sermon online. And so if you did enjoy what we were doing online, please be sure to send an email to the church or to let one of the church council know. And that way we can see if it is worth purchasing that service permanently to make it available to folks. Now, if you want to hear the hymns that I'm going to list off today, and what I would encourage you to do if you're kind of still stuck at home is look them up on YouTube. Just cue up the hymns that come before and the sermon, the first two, and then cue up the final hymn, which is kind of the one that we close on. And then that way you can listen to the hymns, sing along, and then hear the sermon, and then close out with the very end. Well, all right, so tomorrow is the fifth Sunday after Trinity, and we are going to be following the order of Matins, which means we have the Te Deum coming tomorrow. That's a great one. Oh, I love the Te Deum. But our hymns for tomorrow are going to be hymn 816, From All That Dwell Below the Skies, 425, When I Survey the Wondrous Cross, and 527, O Savior, Precious Savior. Our readings for tomorrow are going to be 1 Kings 19, 11 through 21, Psalm 16, we'll be reading responsively, 1 Peter 3, 8 through 15, and Luke 5, 1 through 11. I'm going to be preaching tomorrow on the epistle lesson, 1 Peter 3, 8 through 15, and I'm going to be looking at the first couple of verses in particular for that lesson, where God calls the church to have unity of mind, sympathy, brotherly love, a tender heart, and a humble mind. And so we'll look at what that means for the church, and why God calls us to that, and where that's coming from in the scriptures. But I would encourage you, before you come to service tomorrow, to read a little bit of the context of that lesson. And so if you start reading at 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 13, you're going to see how Peter connects this with being subject to your governing authorities, that slaves are to be subject to their masters, and then even talking about, within marriages, spouses, and how they are to serve one another. And then finally, he gets to the church. And so if you start at 2:13, read all the way to 1 Peter 3:15, you'll understand what's happening in a greater context, and that'll help you as we look at the text for tomorrow. The only real big announcement that I have for you is that the council did decide to postpone the fish boil this year. And so with the amount of prep that goes into getting the fish boil ready and the rising cases of COVID-19, the council felt that it was best to let the fish boil pass in 2020 and then to pick it up again in 2021. So no fish this year, but God willing, next year we will have a wonderful fish boil. All right, so that's all I've got for you guys. You guys have a wonderful day. God bless.